Back with another episode of Santa Booth First Podcast. We're talking Egales Draft, Phillies, whatever it is they're doing. And we're going to get into the viral argument. 100 men versus one gorilla. Who wins? It needs to be settled, and we'll settle it here.
We don't want to talk about it, but you guys
You have to. You have to. Come on back. You're watching another episode of Santa Booth First Podcast. Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Santa Booth First Podcast, coming to you live from the Northeast Pole, Santa's Sweaty Sack Studio. This beautiful Thursday evening, May 1st. Here we are, boys. Look at us. May Day. Did not know that. Sure. But here we are. That's what he's saying. May Day, May Day.
May Day. May 1st is known as May Day.
Every day of May is a May Day.
I've never heard that.
Look it up.
Look it up. Look it up.
That's all right.
Ask the AI. They'll give us what May Day means. When we talking Eagles draft, a little recap, who they picked, where they fit, what we're going to do with them. Talk about the Phils. What are they, 500? A little bit above 500?
They're 17 and 13.
All right, I thought they were 16. Oh, I guess I wasn't counting last night's win.
Yeah, 4 in a row.
We'll talk some draft shenanigans. We'll talk about what happened to Shador. Get your guys' thoughts on that whole shenanigans.
That's what they were.
I'll be your bartender for the evening. Jim Marcus to my left, the younger Marcus. You may be bigger, but you'll never be badder. Bernie Marcus. What's up?
What a dig.
Seriously.
To his left, the elder statesman, Donald Kennedy Deke Martin.
What are James?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Happy anniversary to you and your lovely wife. Your better part, your better side, your better everything. God bless that Saint Mary Ann.
I don't deny any of it.
30 years of bliss for you, 30 years of headache for her.
Pretty much.
All right. Happy anniversary.
That's only the married part.
Right.
Another couple of years.
Well, she had time to get out. Actually, maybe I should question her.
Yes.
Maybe I should question her. Let's think about that.
You didn't have to say yes.
At the Deeks left, DJ with the freshest, tightest cut. Look at that. Look at that fade.
Yes.
Nice. Did they do the beard for you too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hair Wizards.
Shout out Hair Wizards.
There you
Free
go.
plug.
There you go.
Butt on bump. Hair plug.
Oh,
I missed
jeez.
that one. No Smitty tonight, so I will speak on his behalf when it's appropriate.
It's every topic.
Yes. So I got you covered, Smitty. Hope you're watching.
Rapid fire.
I'll stream over you guys like he does. I'll do whatever needs to be done. Birds draft last week.
You're not gonna introduce me.
Sorry. Look at it. I'm act like I've been here behind the camera, keeping us live and on the air. The man, Nate Money Pop Moss. You. And then thank our sponsors as well. Pops, McCain's, fine whiskeys, libations, and other sundries. If you need some spirits, look up Pops McCain on Facebook. Reach out to Jay Fogg. He'll get you what you need.
Does not go good with buttermilk.
Yes, milk was a bad choice.
No, it does not. I don't know. You said buttermilk earlier with Pop drinking, and it just made me think.
Wow.
I don't think Pops McCain would go good with buttermilk.
No.
Maybe if you made like buttermilk pancakes.
Oh, it's syrup.
And had a little syrup.
With,
That
okay.
be the only
Now
way.
you might be on to something.
Yes, that'd be the only way.
I'm a fat guy at heart. I know how to make.
Aren't we all? Everyone.
Maybe in stomach too, not just at heart. Mama Mia's, finally. It was a good call on the Stromboli last night. Brody
I
said.
feel like we haven't had Stromboli.
He said that. When's the last time you guys had a Stromboli?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was good. Honey mustard, chicken,
Yeah.
Stromboli, nice.
Good.
Wings, good as always. There was a comment made in this house tonight, though, and somebody might be on suspension. Somebody may be moving out. There was a comment made.
Is it Mocha?
That
He said that
Mama Mia's
Mama Mia's
wings
are
were better than Burns.
You said.
He said that.
I was gonna say yeah.
Bruce,
I mean,
Bruce said that.
If Deke wasn't
That's
here,
a take.
you'd probably see a big slap mark on
That's
his
a-
cheek.
I stand by it.
You know he grew up on
I
Burns.
stand by
That's a
it.
quake take.
You just why don't you just go dig your grave out in the backyard while you're at it?
You better hope that Grammy and Pop aren't watching this from Aruba. They would
I say
defend
it
you
to
as
their
well.
face.
Yeah, they'll aid in the
I
bed.
stand by it.
They'll aid in a bit.
Jeez.
I'm gonna be looking for somewhere for you to live. Elijah, you want an older brother? There you go.
Oh, stop.
Pack your shit.
All right. Nate, I'm moving it.
Yeah.
Moving in with you.
Moving in. Yep. Gotcha, bro. All right. We'll trade. We'll take. I have to ask Heather. I'm out of the baby stage.
I was
That's
going
what
to
it
say,
said.
you want the baby? It's a lot of sleepless nights,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you can take them free of charge. All right, we got all the intros done, taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Get into the draft. I felt like this draft, Howie just kind of like sat back and let the draft come to him.
I thought you meant I was because I was chewing a piece of chocolate while you said that. All right.
Yeah, I feel like Howie kind of let this draft fall to him, and it fell in his favor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There was really no trades. I feel like there was
There were
one
pick
big
trades.
trade with the Browns moving back and the Jags moved up.
Oh, yep.
But that was really the only big move.
Us flipping one spot wasn't a big trade.
Was anybody even watching besides us and Chiefs fans at that time either?
I think what happened there was the Chiefs called them and said, "Yo, somebody wants
We're
your
getting a
guy
call."
and is
Yeah.
offering us. So what are you going to give us for it?"
Mm.
And they said, "Oh, what are you getting?" They offered a sixth. I'll give you a fifth.
Well, I mean, the Chiefs took the tackle from Ohio State, and that's probably what they wanted all along because
Yeah, they
needed
weren't.
an offensive line.
Yeah, they do.
And they weren't going to threaten to take it to a linebacker. So
Yeah.
whatever. He moved up because
We're not crying
did us a
over a
solid.
fifth round,
No.
especially when you had four of them.
I told you this before the draft, all before the draft. I didn't care what they did. Like Super Bowl.
Nah,
champs.
they had issues they need to address.
No, they don't. They're so
Yeah.
They need defensive
No,
line.
they didn't.
They needed
No, they didn't.
edge.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they do.
Nah, they're fine.
You're.
I think
I
in the
think they're
position
still the
They
best
needed
team
a
in the league.
safety.
No, they didn't.
they're still top of the power rankings. I looked at the
Yeah.
power rankings
They're
post draft.
They with even despite all the losses this offseason, they didn't need to make really besides the draft. Yeah, you always add players, but I honestly didn't think they really needed to do a lot. I still think they're the best team in the league.
I mean, the offense is basically the exact same.
The offense is a
Yes.
Pro Bowl team.
Yes.
You can see. The defense is good enough to hold you within games, and
But would you rather have the defense that played in the Super Bowl or the defense that fell apart 2 years ago?
where does that align with what?
I mean, this defense better.
They needed to address issues on the defensive side of the ball in the draft.
I mean,
They did.
The biggest
think
thing was
they're fine,
safety, I
Even if they were going to do it regardless where they picked in the draft. I'm just saying that if they went and traded out of the first round
And
and
if
didn't pick a player, I was totally fine with that.
and if they didn't have issues on that side of the ball, why'd they spend the first 5 picks on that side
Because
of the ball?
they do that every year.
Because they're looking for the depth.
Yeah.
Right, and they also
And-
need a starter or two.
I think they looked at it and said, "We're going to take the best player available, hoping it's on defense."
The best defensive player
Yeah.
available.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what happened.
okay.
Right? They
And
could
also-
have they
I'm-
traded up. Everybody kept
glad they
saying
did.
Starks. Yeah,
because that's where they needed to.
They didn't
Yeah.
spend the first
Full-
5 round picks on defense.
Yes, they did.
Wasn't the 4th rounder an offensive guard?
No,
Offensive line? The guy from Boston College.
no.
He wasn't.
No,
5th
fifth round.
Oh, 5th round.
Fifth round. Yep.
You
Well,
said.
the first
Center
fifth-
guard.
The first 5th rounder was.
He was the third fifth rounder. Yeah,
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
he was
Questioning
their
me for.
he was their 6th pick.
I stopped
Overall.
watching after the first night.
I went to the Super Bowl. Where were you?
Damn.
That has nothing to do with who we drafted.
I'm a bigger fan.
Oh, all of a sudden, this guy's Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
He knows who
got
I,
him on
I was in the
speed dial.
stadium. You know,
Right, I
I
was
mean,
in the
it's
stadium.
osmosis. It's-
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Tipped me
I
off.
turned down a field pass.
Yeah.
The one thing we said about it is the Eagles, so 2 years in a row now, Howie has done unprecedented Eagles moves. Spent a lot of money on a running back and now drafted a linebacker in the first round. They haven't drafted a linebacker in the first round since I don't know when. We looked it up. There were 3 times.
Jerry Robinson, 1979.
That was the last one?
The last one.
1979.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last first.
They've
round
only done it
draft.
3 times total.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
Wow. Yeah, I mean it's working. So if it ain't broke,
Yeah,
maybe Howie.
you're in that position.
Howie finally figured out. I'm going to draft from the best schools in college, and I'm going to draft the best players from those schools in college, and it's been working out pretty well. So,
Yeah.
and where a lot of teams they build through the draft, the Eagles seem to have figured out a way to build through free agency.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's been working out pretty well too for us. I mean,
But in football, especially with a cap, you have to do it through
absolutely.
the draft.
But
You
there's,
have to.
but I think Howie's shown that you can be flexible with it. You don't have to.
Yeah.
It's not a desperate
You
need
build
in the
your
draft.
base and your core through the draft,
Yeah,
and you
but-
supplement with.
But he's shown
with
that
the,
you
free agency.
can add talent through free agency if your owner is willing to spend the money. Which, thank you, Jeffrey
Great,
Lurie, is willing to spend the money. Good job, Embiid.
So Jahad Campbell, he was the pick.
I like it.
There was a lot of people say they were surprised he fell that far. At one point, he was like a top 10 pick. Shoulder
He was
issues.
hurt, right? Yeah.
But then I heard Mayock the other day saying that there were some reports came out like right before the draft that he's had his knee scoped, which
Yeah, but
nowadays
didn't,
that's not that big of a
didn't
deal.
Kobe Dean same
He had
thing.
his shoulder.
Same thing, but he had like a laundry list of injuries coming out of college, and he kept dropping. But Eagles.
He's proven to be injury prone.
He has, but when he plays, he's been good.
He's been good.
Yeah, so Eagles are willing. Well, that's the thing with the Eagles. Like, they have enough talent to where, like, yeah, we'll take the guy that's injury prone because we got another guy that can step right up and play just as well, if not good enough, to do the role. And that's Super Bowl champ problems, I guess that you have.
Yeah. Problems
Some
with champ.
people- some teams
Some
and
people just
people
wish.
can't relate. So, but maybe one day they can.
Where's he going to play? Is he going to
Linebacker.
play linebacker or is he going to
Linebacker.
play edge?
He looks like a defensive end, size wise, but it looks like they're going to play him at
He played linebacker all of his college
He
career.
could be one of the best interior linebackers in the league. Like he is,
Yeah,
in
but
the
that's
league.
Zach
and
Bond,
he is the
though.
Well, they-
potential to. I'm
they-
not saying first year, but
Yeah.
They
He has the
called him
potential.
the best off the ball linebacker in college.
I mean, it has been a while since I feel like the Eagles have had a linebacker of his size. I feel like the dude's a big dude.
Mhm.
I feel like he's pretty big to play linebacker, but I mean, today's NFL, there's linebackers are like,
As long as you still got the speed.
yeah, as long as you can get sideline to sideline, and
And that's what they say he does
yeah,
very well.
So I mean, I'm excited to see him because I think him and safety Makuba, I think they're immediate players that can make an impact. I mean,
Makuba's going to have to be. I
yeah,
think.
well, Howie's already said he's pretty much the starter, right?
Yep.
Going
Yeah,
into
he
camp.
did
Yeah.
say that,
I mean, it's his job
which
to lose.
is really odd.
I'm surprised that they haven't. I expected Justin Simmons to come in.
He's still
it still might
available.
happen because
yeah, he's still
I feel like
available.
you did lose. You're talking about players we lost. They lost some of that veteran presence in the
Mhm.
secondary. Slay's gone. CJ's gone. They're all young guys.
yeah.
Whether Simmons plays a lot or not, I think the young kid Makuba, the draft pick,
I think we've
I
had
want to get him in there.
I think we've had this talk already too, like talking about leadership in the defensive side. Yeah, you lost Brandon Graham, who was probably the leader last year, and that's a huge loss for your
CJ.
locker room. CJ was a big loss, but I think Zach Bond's a really vocal
Yeah,
guy
he's,
on the sidelines and in the locker room, and I think he'll be fine.
he'll be a captain.
Stepping right, yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
And I
Stepping right up into
yeah,
that
and I
role.
think you'll see that coming up in the next couple of years from guys like Carter and Davis too.
I think I mean Blankenship makes plays too, or I think he can be a guy that can be your
Yeah,
leader.
and if
for
I've seen him
secondary.
speak if post game in the locker room, not in a press conference, but I'm talking about when the players are gathered around, they're giving out game balls and stuff. I've seen him speak, and he, guys reacted to him, and they were positive with him.
I think they said he's been in like the captains meetings and things,
Yeah.
whether he's an official captain or not. Reed.
Reed,
Yeah.
I mean, he's been here for what 4 or
4
5
years?
years now. So yeah,
is
he's
it that long already?
Yeah.
yeah,
4 years.
Yeah.
Because he was just a special teamer his first year.
yeah. And then he made like what do you have like 3 or 4 picks when he played safety for a few games, and they were like, you know what, this guy can play
Give him
safety.
chance,
So
yeah.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, I was
It
very
was
happy with the draft.
His
So.
first interception was off of.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who,
No.
Reed?
I know.
Reed's first interception?
Yeah,
You should know.
you love him.
You do love him.
Oh, Aaron.
Rogers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say
Sunday,
Mahomes.
was it Sunday night? It was a nighttime.
Yeah,
game.
it was Sunday night
Sunday night.
because
yeah.
I think Epps got
Poor guy
hurt or
still doesn't have a
something.
Yeah.
job.
He
What's he going to do?
That's the craziest thing. Like, dude, you're not this good now to be doing this. Like,
No,
not the sidetrack, but
he hasn't been that good in 4 or 5 years.
Since he left,
Green Bay, yeah.
honestly,
He wasn't good his last few years.
Yeah,
in Green Bay.
even a
in
couple years
Green Bay,
before he
yeah.
left Green Bay. Yep.
But yeah, I was very happy with the draft, and I'm glad they didn't have to give up anything crazy in trades or anything.
Yeah,
like
Dallas is still here.
that. Yeah,
Surprising.
it's fine.
I'm okay if he stays. That's been
Yeah,
part of our
I-
chats.
I-
Smitty thinks he's gone. He
I
has
have
to be
no
gone.
issue if he stays here.
I like
I
Connor.
wouldn't be upset if he was here or we got a trade for him.
He's a top 5, maybe top 3 tight end.
I don't know about
Not
that.
anymore.
Not three
Not
anymore.
three.
A couple of these young guys moved up there.
When
Yeah.
they use him right, he's one of the better.
He's-
guys.
yeah, he's not chopped liver, right? He's-
I do think he needs to be more involved
Your
in the
best
offense,
ability is availability,
and that's the problem.
There
And
you
he has that issue. Where
But he's
not
played
always available.
double-digit games. I think we went through this
It was every year.
every year. He's been double-digit games.
I don't believe you.
Well, because you weren't here last time, or
Yeah.
you left before we did that exercise.
third round
He
pick.
even knows it's crap.
Ty Robinson.
Love
I
it.
love it.
Yeah.
Love
I-
it.
Yeah.
You know he has a pet camel.
He has a pet camel.
Dude, this dude's
his
awesome.
nickname, you know his nickname?
White gorilla.
The vanilla gorilla.
Yeah. Dude, he's also freaking huge.
Yeah.
He's built like
Yeah.
not as big as Jordan Davis, but he's a big dude. And he's just gonna clog up the middle with Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter in
He's
that rotation.
he's
Yeah.
what Nebraska linemen used
Yeah.
to be
I'm-
30,
I'm-
40 years
I'm
ago.
all in on this dude. I
I'll be
love
punching
it.
cows.
I saw a highlight video today somebody put out, and he was just
Big
wrecking dudes.
corn-fed,
Yeah,
strong
I
as
love
shit
it.
farm boy.
and I think the city's gonna love him too. He's another exciting white possibly
There
for
you
the
go.
defense. I mean, you got to think like,
It's true.
maybe he could fit in with them guys. So
Is he the answer to the tush push?
he
Is he
said
the answer to the band?
said
He has like 8 touchdowns, I think, or 8
he
carries,
He
maybe.
played 8 snaps at fullback and had 8 carries or something.
Wait, we took a linebacker that was dual, position and made him strictly a fullback.
Oh, Ben Van Summeren.
Oh,
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. So
I don't know.
I don't think he'll be playing fullback.
Nah.
No,
We'll
no.
go
I
back
mean,
to his special
he's
teams
the
role.
tush push.
If it stays, I think it's gonna get banned the next.
That's what I'm
week.
saying.
Oh,
He's the
wait,
answer then.
Are you saying he's taking the direct
He's
snap
taking the ball.
Oh,
He's taking
push.
not the push. They're just giving him the ball.
under center,
Yeah.
taking the direct snap?
Yeah,
Wow,
I mean,
Direct snap
That
or
would
even a
be
handoff.
wild.
I think
I mean,
that would be
if
wild.
you wouldn't do it with my lot,
the mini fridge.
you got to do
we'll
it
call
with this
it.
guy.
The mini
Cam
fridge.
Jurgens would have like a broken back by week 2.
Jurgens would be paralyzed.
Yeah, right.
On the third
He's,
try.
yeah, and he's already got it iffy back.
I think it's going to get banned.
it is.
I
It
heard
is.
some of the interviews with
The
Goodell,
next
with
vote-
Goodell
the
and
next
he's
vote's
just
this
like,
month,
this
and
month,
It's gonna get
yeah.
banned.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's so stupid.
It is stupid, but you know what?
I think that's
fine.
pretty cool.
That's fine. You want to ban our play that we perfected. That's fine because guess what? We have Jalen Hurts still, Saquon. Like
And we
they
can
act
still
like
QB
we
sneak.
can't.
Yeah, we can't
just
get a
schedule
yard.
on-
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
come on, dude.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. And it's the tush push is banned, not the QB sneak, right?
Right.
Right.
The
Yeah,
conventional
like,
QB sneak is still in play.
right. Like you act like we can't just convert. That's what we do all the time
Right.
anyway. There really is no push.
And if
Start
you
doing- start doing the Brady up and out, right?
Like
Yeah.
these crybaby teams that are just it's pure jealousy is what it is. Like they
Yeah.
hate Philadelphia so much. They hate that we're successful, that we're better than them, that they have to ban this play that we perfected because nobody else can do it.
It's
I get worked up because like Sirianni said, like if everybody could do it, everybody would
Yeah,
do it.
right.
And like that's why they're getting pissed off because nobody can do it like us. And
A lot of
I-
teams that were like advocating against it too ran the play this season, like
Right.
the
And they
Bills,
failed.
Bills, Packers.
the Bills'
And-
season ended on
Yeah,
it.
and then
They
they're
couldn't
going,
run
"Oh,
it.
we're worried about player safety." But
And
they're
if-
running it.
Shit. No,
If
you're
you-
not.
Yeah, they're running it with their.
If
play.
you
How many
break-
injuries have there been from it?
None.
Zero.
None. Zero.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's an excuse
yeah.
and a bad one at best. If you break the play down, the initial push from the offensive line is what gets the first down. The push from the back is just gravy on top of what the offensive line has
And
already provided.
There really is no push from
No,
when I watch
no,
them do
it's
it.
like I'm saying that
they're
that
just good
first
enough to
yard,
get-
that
He just
first
claps
yard,
in, really.
yeah, that first yard is from the offensive line.
yeah.
The guys in the back are getting that 2 to 3 yards beyond that initial yard. And, normally when we do the play, it's 2 yards or less. So we're getting what we need from the offensive line and from Jalen, and they're just giving us gravy on top of it.
When it's midfield, they get like 3 yards out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When it's at the goal line, yeah, they stack it as much as they
Right.
can, but
Yeah.
they still get in. They still
Right.
can't stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the meme that's out there. It says, everybody's a gangster till the Eagles have the
Yes.
ball with 1 yard to go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
Like Tyson, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah, it's true.
Punched in the mouth.
They will.
Well,
Dude,
I think
it almost got banned at
he's
the
got.
first last
He needs to
vote,
get like 8 more votes,
and they're going
and it sounds like Goodell doesn't like it. He
Yeah.
doesn't. So
They're
I
gonna
think he's
get
going to
it.
get what he wants,
Yeah.
which is bullshit.
Because you got to take away pushing.
It's going to be push
Well, yeah,
and
they're
pull.
They're gonna push. Yeah, they're gonna ban the push, but it doesn't mean the sneak. You
No,
can't.
I'm not the push. I'm just talking like how like running backs get stopped.
Yeah, and they get put. Yeah,
They keep
that's
pushing,
gonna be
and
banned.
It has to be banned too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said that it's going to be push and pull.
Yeah.
They're going to ban. It's you get hit.
It
is.
is so
It's so
stupid.
stupid.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's
And that's fine. Go ahead. We'll beat you other ways. That's fine.
But they do. The injury thing is just bullshit
It is.
because we've been doing it for
Total-
two and a half
total
years
bullshit.
now,
Yeah.
and
Zero
show
injuries.
us who's been injured.
There's
Yes.
no
And
injury.
Nothing but the defense's pride. That's
And-
what's
and
getting
the
injured.
reason,
Yes.
the reason
Yes.
why the Eagles are so good at it, and not to sound cliche here, but it's because they practice it.
They do.
These other teams, they probably don't practice and just think, oh, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Guess what, dumbass? No, it's not. That's
Yeah.
why we're so good at it.
No, there is a science to it, and you need to practice it to get
Yeah.
good at it.
Yes. That's
You
why,
know,
that's
it's-
why we're
you know,
Super Bowl
they're-
champs.
There
That's
are
right.
physics involved that you need to understand.
CHAMP.
They can line up and just draw people offside.
That's probably what they will do.
Yeah.
Right? Or he could just turn around and hand it off. It's not.
Yeah, it's not like we don't have the best running back
Yeah.
in football.
Like, you can still line up in the formation.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Run the
Or
direction.
it's not like we don't have a quarterback that squats a car
Yeah.
and can just push himself through the
Yeah.
pile.
And what they've been doing the last year is they've been running other plays off it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. They
And that's what I've
sneak
been
out of it.
waiting for
Yeah,
them to
like
do,
the-
and I'm glad that they finally
the fake
started to do
push
it.
and like the kick out and the
Yes.
sweep.
Yeah.
And that
around.
pass that they was that in a playoff game?
No, it was against the Cardinals where
The,
Kenny
the
G threw it.
pass,
Yeah.
and the guy was wide open. They just missed the pass.
Yeah.
Oh, they did catch it.
No, it was overthrown. I
This
thought.
year or last year? Because I remember
In
last
2023
Year, I
against
remember
the
last year
Cardinals.
they ran it and it worked.
Or what we did? Oh no,
we did one this year also, and it,
Oh,
the
the
play
play
it was-
action?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, off the tush push,
Well, yeah, like they lined up and then Jaden
and
threw it
it,
there.
but it was overthrown.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
But the receiver was wide open by 5 yards or more.
rag arm.
Yeah. Count down the Schmitty popping
Yeah,
up.
that's what I'm waiting.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Which does take me to one of the picks here. And this is, I said Smitty's not here, so I'll speak on his behalf.
I already know what you're.
He's-
Say.
He's excited that the Eagles drafted another Syracuse quarterback. It was a great run for Jalen.
Where'd that Syracuse quarterback go?
Ohio State.
Ohio State,
before
yes.
No,
Syracuse.
before Ohio State.
Jersey, was he in Jersey?
Yeah, not Laurel area.
I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah,
Okay, where'd he go to high school?
it doesn't matter. Nobody
Some
cares.
shitty school.
I know
down-
where. I know where he didn't go to high school.
Yeah, but the number 4 pick or 3.
Yes,
Did-
yes,
Oh,
that's true.
shut up!
Hey, did you see they were like they had those guys like signing stuff immediately after the draft, and it was up on some like auction site, and Carter signed "Hail a Sale" across
Oh God!
whatever he signed. It was either a jersey or a draft card.
I would have
There we
yacked
go.
right there.
There we go.
Do you think like in LaSalle, Nate, they have like an alumni wall of football players, like, and you're like right next to Abdul Carter? Yeah.
No, they took me down.
No, all right. Wishful thinking.
I was up there, but they took me down.
Really? That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been in a while, so I don't know what they have for me.
They're definitely gonna retire.
I'll ask my
Right?
buddy. His kids go there
Yeah.
now. One of these.
They're good. Yeah, they're probably gonna have a ceremony probably
Colin.
next
Actually,
year.
I just got an
Colin and
email
Chrissy.
for an alumni football event.
Oh yeah.
No, actually, I'm thinking.
I don't know. I might
That's
go.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Maybe a meet Abdul. Be like, yo, you'll look really good in an Eagles jersey in 4 years, dude.
Five.
Worked out well. for
5. They'll pick
Saquon.
up the
Yeah,
option.
Worked out well for Saquon. So
Yeah, I know, right? He's gonna be a beast, though, probably.
yeah, I think he's gonna be better than that dude in Dallas. I think
I think the Giants had a good draft. As much as it hates me
I really
to say
do,
that,
too.
I think
I
the
agree.
Giants had a good
Yeah.
draft.
they weren't stupid enough to reach for Jackson Dart, which I thought they were gonna do. They waited and they played it
Still
smart.
got him.
And they still got their guy, and they picked up probably the best player in the draft.
I think they got him in the second round.
I don't know. I think there were some teams there that probably would have took Dart. I think team like the Raiders.
I thought the Rams.
I thought the Steelers would have taken a quarterback.
Because they jumped up ahead of the Rams. If you see it, they jumped up ahead of the Rams, and then as soon as it happened, the Rams traded out.
That's true. Yeah, and we were going to take Shador.
I think
we were
I think
absolutely going to.
So let's
Shador.
get into that. Let's get into that. Like, I feel bad to a certain extent for the kid because it's.
But why? Why should we? Feel
Part of it
bad?
is his dad, but
why should we?
All
feel
these analysts, but all these he's a good quarterback. I don't know that he should have been the top. I don't think he should have been the first round.
Been a second round.
No, he should not have been in the first round.
What? But look at his
Stinks.
competition. Travis Hunter made him look good.
I don't know. I don't. First off, I don't feel bad for him.
I think Dart was the best quarterback in the draft. I'll say that.
I don't think he is. I don't think he was.
I think this
I
quarterback.
think he's the
draft
most ready.
class sucks.
It did suck.
The draft class sucks.
I
don't
think
know.
I'm going to sound crazy. I think McCord or Ewers were the best quarterbacks in this draft.
Ugh.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you
know,
are
I
crazy.
know.
You are crazy.
His QB cycle wasn't good, but when
No.
you look at the full scope, Shador was a top 3 quarterback in the cycle.
It's between him, Dart, and probably Will Howard. I don't know.
No, come on.
How about Cam?
Well, Howard
how
was
about Cam Ward though? The kid gets picked
Oh,
first,
right, that's
and nobody says
I-
a damn thing about him. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean,
Number one pick in the
He's
draft,
the
and they
most
immediately
forgotten number
went
one
right
draft
past
pick.
him to
yeah,
all the
you're
other
right.
bullshit.
You're right.
I mean, he's on the Titans. He's gonna stink.
He's
Yeah,
in a
but-
bad market, but
You could say Shador might not have got picked in the first, but there's no way he drops in the fifth.
that is a little crazy.
Yeah,
I was
the fifth
surprised you.
one
I thought he
when-
was going early in the second.
Has there ever
When-
been a
when
draft?
Gabriel-
Gabriel went.
Yeah, when Gabriel went
Yeah,
before
that
him, I was like,
crazy.
"This is
And has there
bad."
ever been a draft like that where a player has
Never
dropped
seen a
that
player
far?
drop
Who's
Yeah.
projected to go top 10, top 15?
Yeah, and then
Top
it wasn't
20.
A question about talent. It was everything else.
It was
Yeah.
life around him.
Whatever that everything
So
else
he's
is.
Bo
But
Callahan.
who? I want to. I kept saying Mel Kiper.
I mean,
Mel Kiper was
That was
on.
ridiculous.
He was having such a hissy fit.
He had
was
to have
so.
gotten paid, right?
honestly,
they
that's
had
what
to
I
have
couldn't
paid
think.
him.
Like
yeah,
these teams now, his dad knows the league, so he's an
Right.
advisor.
Right.
But the kids go out and they get advisors say like, "Tell me where you think I might get drafted and whether it's worth it to me to come out."
Right.
Now with NIL, I don't even think that matters. But
no.
No.
will it be worth it to me? And there had to be a ton of people telling him you'll be a top 5 pick. Yes, come out.
I thought the Mel Kiper thing was hilarious all weekend watching. Like the
he
clips
was-
of him.
Shador?
Yeah.
He was freaking
so
out.
butthurt.
It was like his own kid. He
Yeah.
was talking
Yeah.
about. It's like,
No, it wasn't shame though. It wasn't shame.
but like the
And then
thing is,
kid he got prank call. Like who does?
but he wasn't. it
He
turns
wasn't
out-
the only one
Turns
though.
out he was the only one.
Tyler
He
Warren
wasn't
But
the
he's
only one.
face of it, though.
Right?
Yeah, yeah,
this
oh,
is
yeah.
the biggest name that it happened to.
Yeah.
But like to feel bad. Why should we feel bad for
still
these guys?
making millions.
Exactly.
Of
You're in the NFL, dude. Like, why am I feeling
He's-
bad for you?
He's on a team now with 5 quarterbacks.
So what?
And
Go
he,
prove
no,
yourself.
I'm just saying.
QB
I don't know
factor.
if he's the best quarterback on that team right now.
You think Joe Flacco?
Dylan Gabriel.
Flacco's 42.
Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, that's right. Kenny. Is Deshaun still the starter? He's got to be.
That's the thing. If Deshaun's gone,
He's hurt,
yeah.
but he's making the money. He's making starter money.
Didn't he tear his ACL though?
How long is he out?
Yeah,
He
exactly.
tore
How
his
long is he out
ACL,
for?
didn't he?
He's gonna be out for the year.
Another year?
He's out.
Tore his yeah.
When was that? I know he tore it, but wasn't that like early last
I
year?
think it was like mid.
It's a year injured.
Oh wait, he did injure it in
he
the middle of the
played.
year.
Yeah, he played
yeah.
last year.
Oh wow. So I
Yeah.
guess they'll start Flacco, right?
No.
You think they're gonna start Gabriel or Shador?
I think Shador's going.
The fans are gonna want Shador to be the starter
He's the number 1 selling jerseys right now.
in the
Is he?
NFL. Really?
He's going to put butts in seats.
Oh, absolutely. And when he
They
stinks,
could've-
they're gonna be calling for Joe
They're gonna
Flacco.
stink
Wow.
anyway.
They could have
Yeah.
had Hunter and
Miles
Sanders.
Garrett should have come to the Phillies. To the Eagles.
I wish he could go. Can he
Yeah,
hit?
can he swing it back?
Can he play left
Should have
field?
came to Philly with the Eagles.
Catch, you get just as
Yeah.
long as you can swing it back.
And I bet you we could smoke a ball.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I think Shador is definitely the best quarterback.
I think Deke's a better
I think
quarterback.
you guys are, like, I understand the smoke and mirrors and everything behind it. When you look at the kid and the talent, he's got 2 elite things: his accuracy and his toughness. He took
Oh,
a beating
yeah,
in Colorado.
He took the most hits, right,
Yeah,
in
he
college
took a
or
beating
something
in
like that.
Colorado. So
I mean, yeah, I'm not
you know what I
denying
mean?
his
Is he
toughness.
super like I don't think he's an elite quarterback,
No.
not better than Ward. You know what I mean?
See, I don't even know that.
But he has an NFL arm. He does.
Yeah.
And we'll see. If
The problem
I
is
think the system he played. I feel like the system that Dart played in has him more NFL ready. Is what I'm saying.
Dart's a
After
system
looking at him,
QB
he looks
at
like
Ole Miss.
he looks like a turd. I didn't see him in
he's a
draft night,
system QB
but I
at
just
Ole
feel
Miss.
like he's the best. Well, but that's what they run an NFL.
Dart because he throws the ball 50 yards downfield and into triple coverage.
He can run. He's like that. It's a copycat league.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
but
you want the
I think Dart is too much of a risk taker, and that's going to kill him in the NFL. And Dable's going to be all over.
Well, that's the thing, though. Dable did it with Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
he's a good coach.
Right?
I'm not saying that.
sees Allen.
Yeah.
He sees Allen.
I mean, he ain't the size of Josh Allen.
No.
but, like
Yeah, Josh is like 6'6".
yeah, Josh Allen's
he's
a
big
tight
kid.
end.
I had the same with Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. As much as I hate Ohio State quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud was more ready to come and play in the NFL, and it showed.
But
Bryce almost lost his job.
But he looked good at the end
He
of
looked
last
good at the end of
They won,
last year. That's what I'm
They
saying.
almost won like 4
So
or 5
these
years.
guys, if anybody's going to have, well, I guess it depends who's the quarterback for the Giants. Whether it's going to be Russ or Jameis, or if Dart's going to get time. But I feel like he was the most NFL ready.
I'll tell you what. I think with all the hoopla Shador, I think the Browns preseason tickets are going to be higher than regular season
Yeah.
tickets pricing.
Yeah, they're gonna make money.
I'll tell you. Do the Eagles play
Do
the
they
Browns?
play them? They usually
You better
are
sell- you better
preseason.
look
No,
to
we
sell
played
them.
it. We played a West.
That'd be great.
No.
Oh, you mean a
No,
regular
and in the
season.
preseason,
preseason.
games.
Because you're going to see Shador.
Shador
And I'll
versus
tell you
Kyle
what.
McCord. Let's go.
if they're here, those ticket prices, you better
Yeah.
tell Uncle Pat.
Yeah.
Yo, don't give
Yeah.
these away for free.
Maybe the first the preseason game we've gone to in years.
Right.
I don't think it's out yet.
But they
No,
usually,
just look to see if they play home or away.
no.
No, like they didn't announce it.
I don't think they did the
preseason.
preseason yet.
No, they only do the regular season opponents.
It's the Browns, it's the Colts, it's
Yeah,
the
it's
Jets,
Steelers,
it's
the
the
Jets.
AFC
yeah.
teams close by.
Yeah.
Steelers, Jets.
All right, some of the undrafted free agents, rookie free agents, got a couple running backs, a couple more safeties. Did you guys see the offensive tackle that they got from Rutgers?
Like the last
Yeah.
round
The
one.
dude probably wouldn't fit through that door over
I
there.
did see,
He's
but that's
huge.
But that's the thing. Like
He's Mekhi
He's
Becton.
probably got no mobility though.
That's all right. Figure it out.
Stoutland.
Figure it out. Put him at guard. He doesn't
No,
need to be.
Stoutland will get him.
Yeah.
Another Stoutland project.
Dude is huge.
I did see that he was a big man.
Big.
We won't need him for another couple of years anyway. So
No. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Kenyon Green.
We
Yeah.
did
is he right or left tackle?
No, doesn't matter.
Left, I think.
Left.
I'm trying to think of the videos I saw him. I think he was left.
I did see people commenting that we drafted Lane Johnson's replacement. This guy here, Miles
Tackle
Hilton.
from Michigan.
That's what I did see people comment. I'm like, I don't know if a 6th-round pick is a all-pro replacement. Like, let's pump the brakes here.
Well,
But
Kelsey was 6th round.
touche. But
So was Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's
all
right. Tom
all right.
Brady.
You know what? Let's next subject.
Let's wrap up the drafts. Right. There were no trades. We talked about it. There's people out there. The names were the guy Hendrickson from the Bengals, Dallas,
And that's
Jalen
still a
Ramsey,
a
all kinds of
trade
names.
target, right?
They're still out
Trey
there. Yeah.
Hendrickson.
Yeah. I mean, we have 75 picks next year. So
And we have like
why not?
16 defensive ends, I feel like now. Why are we still none of them are Trey Hendrickson, but I mean I think we're okay, right? You know, we just
Well, hopefully one of them rises to the top
we just won a Super Bowl with
to be a
we did
starter.
just win a Super Bowl.
Josh Sweat and Nolan Smith as our starting defensive ends.
Whoa.
Still rocking.
Yeah.
You gotta hope he doesn't get hurt, man.
Don't say Josh Sweat like he's a bum.
I forgot. I'm sorry. That's right. That's your
2.5
boy.
sacks in Super Bowl.
That's
He's
your
gone.
boy. I'm sorry.
He's gone.
Defensive MVP, if not overall.
But I mean, I'm just saying that a guy like Josh Sweat, we started in the Super Bowl.
I mean, he's top 5 DN.
He's in the league? Bro.
Oh, yeah, top 3. I'm sorry.
What's in that cup, dude? Jeez.
Nothing now.
Yeah, because he,
Yeah,
he
flew through it.
took his dad's alcohol there. But yeah, I don't think he's top 3. Top
2.
13. Yeah, if you want to throw a 3 in there, but
Top 13 in Eagles history.
I mean, he's better than Reggie.
Oh,
All right.
How many rings does Reggie have with us?
wing take was
gosh.
wrong.
Yeah.
Reggie takes wrong.
Reggie has a ring.
Kids-
Oh,
kids-
not with the Eagles.
Yeah,
but
not
he
with
won the
us.
Super Bowl.
Not with us.
Cute. Going off the Reggie type of thing.
Crazy.
Cam Ward, Warren Moon gave him his number.
I did see that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think Lawrence Taylor was
Stupid.
right with
That's what's gonna go,
Abdul-Qadir
yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to get his number. No, dude, make your own number.
Yeah, yeah.
It's stupid, yeah. And I think Warren Moon's soft for
But
giving up.
it
your number
wasn't
that
the,
easy.
it wasn't
dude.
the Titans he played for though. It was the
He was-
Oilers.
It was the same franchise.
It was. But does that number mean as much to him?
I would think so. Yeah. It's like Dawkins staring right at me.
Yeah.
If this dude Makuba is a stud, and one day he's like, you know what, number 20 looks good, and like, you think Dawkins is gonna be like, yeah, take 20?
No.
Exactly.
I should
Like,
I should think the player would want to make his own name
Right,
for
Yeah.
himself.
exactly.
Yeah.
Get his own number, make
Yeah,
his own name for himself.
exactly.
That's why I was kind of surprised Trot Jr. took.
I was just gonna say
54.
Took
That's
54, but
that's a different case. That was his dad.
Eh.
It's a different case.
if you wore a certain number, or if say Papa wore, 15,
23.
23, and you make it to whatever
Yeah.
sport he played, are
If-
you
if-
rocking it? Like,
if the kid is interested in stepping out from the shadow of his old man, yeah, go with a different number.
all right, I feel like we're talking about the plot to Rocky Balboa here.
But
But, like,
I think it's kind of on the player too. Like Lawrence is like the greatest defensive player like ever.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like giant like.
Yeah,
ever.
you can't just say like,
Yeah.
his number looks good. Like, no, dude, it's not yours
Yeah,
to wear.
it's
Like,
Lawrence Taylor.
exactly.
That's- And I don't want to downplay Warren.
Warren Moon is,
I didn't want to downplay him because he's still a Hall of Famer, but it's like, yeah. Warren's like, yeah, take the one.
and
I
that
don't
is like the Titans. The Titans.
no, he
know. Never got a
up in
ring.
the CFL, I believe he did, but
The
not
Titans
the NFL.
are like that type of franchise where like
Yeah, a bunch
No.
of bumps.
nobody like cares enough to make a stink over it. But like,
Yeah.
I get it.
And he played for the Vikings too. Like he wasn't only with.
Who, Moon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah,
with
so-
3 or 4 teams.
Yeah.
Do the
Where
Titans even
LT
know-
was
like, if you go to a Titans
an all-time
fan, do you
giant.
think they even know who Warren Moon is?
If what?
If you go to a Titans fan, think they even know who Warren Moon is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would depend on the age and depend on the.
Titans have only been there for what,
How-
25 years? I think they've only been there since like 2000 something.
It,
Might be
it would
about that.
depend on how much they
Follow.
Let me ask
not
this.
follow,
Has
but how much
anybody-
the team promotes
Yeah.
their Hall of Fame
Alumni.
players.
I don't know if any Tennessee running back has tried to take Earl Campbell's number.
Who was the other?
Or Eddie
tennis-
George.
Eddie George.
George.
That's what I was thinking of. Derrick Henry was 22, but
Yeah. Well, he just left.
and yeah, he's the only Titan. And CJ, Chris Johnson,
What number was he?
CJ 2K 28, but that wasn't
Yeah, that wasn't.
Eddie George or Earl Campbell.
Mm-mm.
So, anybody ever wear 89 for the Titans that tried to take it?
White check.
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
R.I.P.
Frankie baby.
Did they retire his number?
I think they did, right? When we
Did
were
they?
down there, didn't they? I thought we saw it.
Rock.
Oh, wow. Oh,
wow.
We are,
Better
dude.
watch this guy, man.
Come on, Vite Mane. Who's the tight end that was a prep dude? Probably none of them.
No.
They stunk.
No.
Wycheck is a
You
Ryan
think
guy,
you thinking of
by
Will
the way.
Fuller, the North Catholic great wide receiver?
Roman?
North Catholic.
Roman.
North
He
Catholic.
went to. I thought he went to Roman.
There was a prep guy that went on to Michigan State to play linebacker, but he also was a tight end. But I don't think he played tight end in college.
Doesn't
He was
matter.
a linebacker. Nah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Damn, what was his name?
It's a soft
You know what we
program.
should do one day, like off-season show? We should have like a all-city team that like made it, like either football, basketball. I mean, maybe.
Remember
No,
look it up?
seriously, maybe we gotta go.
You didn't make the
We gotta-
NFL though.
We
dude.
gotta do it. We
What?
gotta do
You gotta
it.
make the league.
Yeah. We'll crunch. We'll
What
crunch the
position?
numbers.
What position you want us to put you at? But I
All
mean,
right,
did you move
man.
up and down the line? Maybe we got a defensive end, but maybe we need a tackle.
We'll crunch.
We'll
some
slide you in.
numbers.
We'll see.
No, but that.
How's honorable mention sound to you?
Third team.
'Cause
with the grades.
we probably can't find a guy at every position from
Probably
Philly,
not.
But like it would be pretty
That
cool.
played
That
in the
made it
NFL?
to the league.
NFL, NBA, ML, whatever we wanted to choose.
Yeah, you probably
Probably have a
won't.
better chance at the NBA.
Are we
Yeah.
doing special teams?
MLB's gonna be tough too because
Yeah,
there's
we're
so
not a
many.
baseball. We're not.
No.
We produce basketball.
Are
talent.
we doing special teams or just offense, defense?
Dude, you might not even be able to get a whole offense. But it would be pretty cool to do that.
Yeah, we could try that.
I think basketball would be
Put it
our
on
better.
the.
Would be our better.
Yeah, you only got 5
Exactly,
spots.
and there's a lot of basketball
Yes.
talent.
Well,
that
we know
came
who we
from-
start and end that list with.
Oh my god,
Will Fuller.
No, basketball.
does start.
Oh,
with-
basketball? He
His
did
name
play.
does start with a W though. That he's
Yeah.
thinking of from Philly.
Will Smith.
It's maybe Will Smith definitely played basketball, right?
Yeah.
No.
In West Philadelphia,
Born and raised.
Yeah,
on a playground.
on the
is where-
playground, but not in
It's
high
where he's
school.
spent most of his days,
No.
dude.
Chilling out, Mexican.
Relaxing all cool.
Cooling. Just shoot some
people.
b-ball outside of the school.
Yeah, a
Couple of guys started making trouble in the neighborhood.
One little fight is all it took. One little.
My mom
fight.
got scared.
So you're moving with your uncle and your auntie and Bel
You got
Air.
it backwards.
Auntie and uncle?
Yeah, isn't it?
It is
Is it-
auntie
is it-
and uncle. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Come on, Deke.
go
That was
home,
good.
smell you later.
That's good.
Well, the cab pulled up.
No, that's my favorite line from that song.
And they kick him out of the. Or no, he gets kicked out of the house. That's Jazzy. Jazzy gets
Jazzy,
kicked out of the
yeah,
house.
yeah.
You know who was hot on that show?
Oh my god, we're not going into this right now.
The
Mrs.
older-
Banks?
the older sister,
Damn.
the older sister,
We're not getting
not
into
the younger
this.
sister.
We're not doing
The
this.
older sister was
Not
hot
doing this.
on that show. Yeah,
All right, next topic.
go ahead.
Jeez.
Yeah, we can move on.
Right. You guys did that once, right?
The mom.
We did the
The mom.
the mom.
The mom,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. We did it. Did we do a dad one,
Maybe
too?
we
did a
do
dad
hot
one, too.
sisters.
No,
The
we
hot
didn't rank
sister?
them on hotness.
Well, maybe we should.
They
Maybe
were-
we should.
You're only attracting one audience.
Marsha
What
Brady
audience?
gets a 1 seed.
Marsha Brady's a 1 seed.
Yeah, she gets a 1
I don't
seed.
know. No, dude. What's the chick? Who did Christina Applegate
What?
play? And
Oh,
Bundy.
Married with Children.
Yeah.
She definitely gets a 1 seed.
yeah.
Yeah, she definitely gets a
Yeah.
1
There
seed.
had to be a chick on 90210 to get.
Oh,
some
God,
kind of
they
a
all
1
get-
seed.
Heather Locklear. No, Heather
She wasn't his
uh,
sister though.
Yeah, Heather
Heather
Locklear.
Locklear.
Nah, she was.
She wasn't. She was the
Melrose.
boss. She was. Oh yeah, she was the boss.
No,
Melrose.
Alyssa Milano.
Alyssa Milano. Yes.
All right, let's get off to this.
Yeah,
next
yeah,
subject.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. I was getting ready to roll off football.
Oh, God. Yeah, right. Jeez. Yeah. Damn.
Wait, I mean, these guys are skewing the age way down. Like you gotta get right.
I mean, how old were you when these shows were out though, too? So that
Married with children, I was probably his age.
Your dad was like 40, so.
And no,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Teens and 20s.
Did they have
When
hot chicks with the
Fresh-
talkies?
Wait,
Yeah.
when Fresh Prince of Bel Air, you were not in your 20s.
I was.
That's in the 90s,
Yeah. All right. I was in my
30s.
40s.
When did you
late
turn
late
40?
20. I turned 30 in 94.
What do you guys think about
Oh,
Shannon?
yeah.
Since I brought it up?
Crazy.
Shannon.
Lakers in 5.
Crazy.
Lakers in 5, Shannon in 5.
Yeah, yeah.
He just can't stay out of.
I mean, the dude's just a
I know he-
hornball.
Hey, look,
Like,
yeah.
What did he do? I heard he did something
Oh,
stupid.
he's a
but-
freak and a freak.
And it's getting spilled.
Yeah, I didn't
You
hear.
don't know?
No.
Jail in 5.
His whole he kissed and tell, but not him. Like his
girls.
accusers, yeah, like just spilled all the beans, and he was into some freaky stuff.
Him and
He's got a fetish.
Not like
P Diddy.
not like pooping
No,
on
no,
chest,
not
like
that level.
type
He
fetish.
likes young girls.
But yeah, it was. It
Hell
got-
yeah.
There was some choking involved, I think, right?
Yeah, choke.
And he's 50 plus, right?
Yeah,
56.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he's a big man too.
Oh
so-
yes, he is.
And he
dude,
uses it sparks.
yes, yes, and he went with sleeper holds on some of them.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that's the thing I heard.
it's crazy to do that.
As
To
long
a
as you-
What's it called?
19-year-old.
Hey,
Erotic,
as long
erotic
as you get
asphyxiation
consent.
or something
I mean,
like that?
yeah, but
That's
that's like,
Yes. Got to have a safe word and consent.
She knew what it was when she went to sign
dude,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
55 years
He did it to
old.
himself.
Going
He
with
can't
9
help it.
girls fresh
He
out of
just
high
can't
school.
help it.
That's
Well,
weird.
It is. Look, I
The
don't
girl-
disagree
you
with
know
that.
what the girls see?
Money.
Money, yeah.
Yes, I agree. But
I mean,
you know,
you see Bill Belichick right
Oh,
Right,
my God.
exactly.
crazy.
It's not weird.
Yo, did
Hugh Hefner?
did you
Like, come
see?
on.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, it's weird.
Did you
It's
see-
weird no matter what. It's
weird,
weird.
yeah.
Did you see the
Yeah.
picture of Bill Belichick and his girlfriend in the year 2000?
Yeah.
That was weird.
That's like me, like being. I'm not saying because I can't even say it. Like it's weird. Like to a toddler, that's so weird. Like, nah,
It's
Yeah.
not weird. It's just creepy old man.
it's pedophile,
That's all it is.
pedophilia. That's
you,
what
you
it
can
is.
be
I was-
tiny and be a pedophile.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying.
So 100 guys versus one gorilla.
Yes, let's get into that. What the people really
I
want
was trying to get into that, and
My money's on the gorilla all day.
Yeah, there's no
All right.
chance.
No
A
chance.
gorilla could take one of his arms, just go like that, like yawning.
take
Boom,
out 5,
And
10
take out.
dudes are out.
five with
Yeah.
each arm,
100
like-
wins.
and then he would rip arms off the other
And-
guys.
yeah,
and
and
just beat
start
you with them.
beating you.
He would use the guy's arm to grab other people and then eat them, like just rip their heads off.
100 men win easily, I think.
Dude, you know,
Nope.
a silverback gorilla is one of the most,
They're like 500 pounds.
and they're also one of the most like triggered like attack
Yeah.
like
I think they weigh more.
instinct.
And
They're
they
short, though.
fight to the
Have
death.
you seen this silly stuff on social?
Yeah, I did a show about it too.
Did you?
Everybody, all the cool kids are
All
talking
right,
about it.
we'll go past that one then and go to the other one.
We took a different approach.
20
Wait,
Geos.
Let's get a decision on this.
20 Geos versus 1 D.
No.
No. The
Do you
100 men
think-
versus
Do
a
you
gorilla.
think the gorilla wins or 100 men?
The gorilla would mop the floor.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
It's
Exactly.
100 regular guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
It's not 100 UFC fighters.
You don't
Right.
pick the 100 men. It's just
Still,
you
it's-
luck of the draw.
Like I put a video up of like there was a video of a gorilla. Actually, you know what? I'll share it. Let me see if I can find it.
Well,
'Cause
everyone,
you know of those 100 guys, probably a
everyone.
fifth of them run.
Exactly.
After they see
Third
3
of them
guys get their
maybe
heads
really
crushed,
work
they
out.
take off.
Wait,
Well,
that's
no, like I'm thinking like physical physique. I would say like a third of them probably work out
Well,
routinely. Like
Maybe if it's
yeah,
they all have to be dedicated.
So
maybe
everyone-
it's gonna come on your screen.
All right.
maybe if there's a rule where it says you either
Oh,
fight
this
or you
screen,
get
I'm,
shot.
Like, looking at the TV. I'm
I
like,
can't do it. I'm sorry.
I was like, wait,
Nobody's
no,
running
this
away at
screen,
that point.
Ready?
yeah.
Although
This is
getting
the
shot
gorilla.
might be better.
This is the
Maybe.
size of
A simulated.
silverback gorilla. Not a simulation. This is real life.
Oh,
And you'll see how big this gorilla is.
all right,
All right, ready?
yeah.
Look at the size of that
It's just gonna be King Kong.
guy. And then watch him just pull this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You think 100 guys?
Oh, I was looking at the first one.
I
and
was
then
like, the first one's pretty
Holy
big too.
shit.
This guy thought his life
Damn.
was over.
it's like a sack of fries. You're coming with me.
That's insane.
Oh,
That's a grown man.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100 men. ain't-
Now
Yeah.
multiply
So
that by
he can
100.
take 2 of those guys and just snap
Yeah,
them
like
together.
exactly.
There's no way.
And then I seen people saying like, yeah, 20 or 30 good guys. Like, no,
no.
stop.
It's not
Like,
even close.
No.
not at all.
100 John Jones destroy him.
Nah. One. Oh my God. Chuck Norris.
One Chuck Norris
One Chuck Norris could do. it.
versus 100 girls.
Yes.
Yes.
yes. Yeah.
All right, so the other one that we had was you pick two out of this group to protect you. You got to
that
survive
was
for an
so-
hour.
So
Jesus.
ridiculous.
Your choices are 50 hawks, 10 crocodiles, 3 brown bears, 15 wolves, 1 hunter with a rifle, 7 buffalo, 10,000 rats, 5 gorillas, and 4 lions. You
I'm
pick
doing
2 of those.
Hunter and
And the
10,000
rest
rats.
can attack you, and you have to
110,000
survive for an
rats.
hour.
I'm doing the 4 lions.
The rest,
The rest
the,
can attack you.
the 2, you pick 2 of those,
To protect
and then
you.
all the others
survive.
can attack you, and you have to survive
So
for an hour.
I'm taking the lions and the gorillas.
What you got, Elijah?
50 hawks.
Hmm.
The hawks are a good strategy because
Nah,
they're-
it's Hawks.
Hawks.
Not the Hulk.
The
The
bird.
Incredible Hulk come
The
with
bird.
you. Oh,
Yeah, right.
I need 2 Incredible Hulks.
Yeah.
Two of us?
Yeah, the bird.
it's a good strategy because
I'm doing the Crocs and the gorillas.
Hunter and 10,000 rats.
The gorillas take care of the rest, and the crocs got the rats. dude.
Crocodiles aren't
See,
fast.
Dude,
I don't
Hunter-
like the Crocs. Yeah.
Hunter's right there. The gorillas come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're done. Bears come up 1, 2, 3. They're done.
It's
You're
a
assuming
rifle.
you're
It's a
assuming you're
rifle.
going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's not 10,000 rats
Yeah.
crawling at your legs
Or-
as you're
or-
doing 1, 2, 3, 4,
Or
5.
15 hawks.
No, the
buzzing
rats
your
are
head.
on my side.
Are you taking the rats?
That's what I said.
The
I said
rats?
I said rats and yeah. I
Yeah,
said
but
I said rats and
The
Hunter.
volume.
Right. It's the volume.
I
It's the
got
volume.
I'm still taking the lions and the gorillas.
I got the gorillas, and I got 15 wolves. Wolves are pack animals. They know how to hunt. They know how to pick things apart. They'll eat all the rats as they're coming
Or are
at
they
me.
too slow with it?
Gorillas will pick up the rats and throw them at the hawks. I'll stay in the middle of the gorillas until I can't anymore.
They're gonna get by the gorillas. The gorillas don't.
Who's
have
getting by the gorillas?
The rats.
And I'm stomping.
10,000 of them.
10, yeah. 10.
I'm hoping that the
The
gorillas.
rats has gotta be on your
I'm
side.
hoping that the
Yeah, you
gorillas
need
and the
the
wolves.
rats.
Nah.
10,000 is a
Nah.
lot.
What the
If they're
rat-
standing, you think the rats are still going to attack you with 5 gorillas?
What are
in
they
front
gonna
of you?
do?
I'm,
though?
I'm
They're going
just,
to run off.
I'm just stomping, doing whatever I have to.
10,000?
I'm
I
taking
know, it's a
rats
lot.
every day.
That's why you got to depend on the. That's why I got the crocs. The crocs are on their
The
level.
croc, why,
See,
why
I don't like the
The
crocodiles?
crocs.
I never seen a croc on land. They're quick on land. It's not just water.
How long until they got to go back and?
They
water
got no
that?
flexibility. They're not agile.
And yeah,
Shit, what?
and they can't go like
Watch
this.
a croc freak out on land.
No, they can't go like that though. Like a
Yeah.
lion can like.
Guess
It's
what?
got the tail.
Guess
The
what a
tail
gorilla-
got freaking 100 rats at a time.
Guess what a gorilla can
Honestly, I think you die.
do? The only one on that list, other than the hunter, with opposable thumbs.
Opposable thumbs.
I think you probably die no matter what combination you pick.
Why?
I just don't think.
Well, yeah, you probably because you picked the hunter and a
And rats.
and rat.
That's a
Rats.
good combination.
Here's an interest.
No, it's
Buffalo.
Dude, if
7
you don't
buffalo.
have the hunter on your,
Buffaloes, but what do they do? Like, what
If
do
you
they
does
just
a
do?
buffalo
stand
do?
The
behind them.
hawks will swarm that hunter.
So the hawks would die.
but I'm saying if you don't have a hunter
No.
on,
Hawks
No,
will die.
no, maybe a
No,
few
no,
of them.
But the buffalo argument. What does a buffalo
choke in the playoffs.
like? What are they going to? That's true. What are they
You
going to
sit
do?
on top of it.
Like they're not going to. They can't like maul.
Yeah,
or,
I'm not.
like,
Yeah.
If you don't
Yeah.
have the hunter
They're
on your
just
side,
big.
by and
They're
sit.
just big and they're fast.
Yeah,
like
like
they don't.
they're not.
They're
Gonna,
not like an attack
You're
animal.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like that's not a good strategy. I don't think.
the hunter's not on your side. You're dying in 1 minute.
No, I'm not
It's just
I
taking
have-
you
standing
off
behind
right
the
away.
I have
They're
bulletproof
like a gorilla.
gorillas. Bulletproof.
That hunter can
Those
shoot at me only
gorillas
once.
are going like that to the ball.
Yes. They're just gonna be like only 360.
Have you
more
never
days till
seen
next hockey
King Kong?
tryouts. Yeah, dude, he was on the whole Empire State Building getting shot
Sure.
all the time.
And then the helicopters come down.
It was a
Airplanes.
bomb.
Well,
or
the
a
first
bomb.
one there were no helicopters.
Wasn't it a bomb that took him out?
No,
No, it was
No.
airplanes.
The airplane.
By-
Yeah, you needed a whole airplane.
multiple,
bullets ain't going.
multiple
Then
airplanes.
Godzilla destroyed him.
No, he
I
true,
thought Kong
crushed
won.
Godzilla.
No,
Oh, he didn't.
Wait,
And which
the
one-
newer
there's
one.
been like 20 of them.
Well, the
now.
newer
Godzilla
one.
always wins.
Does he really?
Yes.
And Godzilla
Mm.
versus Kong. Godzilla
You know that when it-
destroyed
when
him.
Right, Nate.
Oh,
Godzilla
I-
always
I didn't
wins.
see that.
When was the last one that came out? Not. It was like the first one in a while.
One came out a couple.
Was it
years
like
ago.
2020, 2019? I
Oh, no,
remember
One came out
my
last year.
friends bet on who was going to win at the end. It was that one.
So- It's always Godzilla.
I don't know which ones they took, but they were all into it.
Jesus.
No.
Lit up.
Who is?
All right. So what's your final?
Gorillas.
Everybody's got. Well, no.
Oh,
Rats
Oh,
Hunter.
Who's got
Lion-
gorillas?
Lions and gorillas.
Crocs and gorillas.
Gorillas.
Rats Hunter.
That's
That's the best
Right.
combination.
Elijah,
You're the
you-
first
You
one
got
out.
a new pick. Gorillas and rats. I get the rats with the volume.
Yeah.
Get that, but I,
I think
just
Nate's
feel like
on the
they're
rats,
they're
too.
small.
I'm telling him if I can talk to him, go for the eyes. Take everybody's eyes
Wait, so you're
out.
taking the rats too?
I'm taking the rats.
Rats and who?
What were the other ones?
50 hawks, 10 crocodiles, 3 brown bears, 15 wolves, the hunter, 7 buffalo, 5 gorilla, or 4 lions.
You said grizzly bears?
No, brown bears.
no.
If it's grizzly,
If
I
they
might
were
change it.
grizzly, I might take them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Grizzlies.
yes.
That was
If
part
they
of the
were
consideration.
grizzly, I might have taken them.
Grizzlies are
Yeah.
I'll go with the Lions.
That was a deal breaker for me on the
Well,
Bears.
But if it was the Grizzlies, I think I'll take the Grizzlies.
Heather,
Yeah, I might take the
100
Grizzlies
men or
too
one gorilla.
because they are big. They're like
Who wins?
they're like a.
They're bigger than the gorilla.
100
Yeah, they're
men.
bigger. They're
100
bigger than
100
gorillas, and they
men
got the same
versus one
mentality.
gorilla in a fight.
And they could take out 100 rats with one
No
swat.
weapons.
I think the gorilla
Yes. Right.
You think the
A
gorillas
wilderness
beat it?
expert said the humans win pretty easy.
I
I
like
think
to see
they're
a
more
gorilla-
agile. I'm telling you, the gorilla's the prime here. Nothing beats the gorilla.
'Cause the gorilla-
Nothing. Even
Well,
the
that's
bullets.
not true.
Guns,
Who
Bullets
wins
to the
against
head
a
does.
grizzly versus a gorilla?
That's
I
what
was
me and
gonna
Nate were
say,
saying.
I don't
I'm
think
going
a gorilla
gorilla.
is alpha though.
bullets
The
to the
thing
head
about
kill
the
anyone.
gorilla is they fight
I
to
mean, a
the
lion's
death.
a king of a jungle for a reason.
Yeah, I think the gorilla.
Catch his head.
Lion
They said the
can.
gorilla has. It was funny because this whole conversation comes up and now it's like scientific.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People are going.
yeah.
A gorilla has. I didn't know this, but learned something. Fun fact today: gorilla has a stronger bite than a lion.
Really?
There you go.
But they only have like them 2 fangs.
Don't matter. You see how
I
long
mean,
they
yeah,
are?
it don't matter.
What?
But like,
You know it kills all of them?
Flynn comes in and says gorillas are in
Bullets.
cages. What? No, they're not.
Or what?
In cages.
bro, you ever hear of wild animals?
You ever
Wild
hear of the Amazon?
This dude's thinking we're talking about the Philadelphia
Gorillas
Zoo.
on in the Amazon.
Did you just see
Where are
that
they?
video I posted?
Yeah, like
Ridiculous.
he thinks we're
That
talking
guy's
about the
life,
Philadelphia
but
Zoo.
He had to think he was dead. He might have turned white.
Who that?
The guy that got dragged by the
Did you
gorilla.
see
And,
that?
Oh,
no,
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, he shit himself.
Oh, God, yes. Yes.
No way.
If
Yeah,
you-
all his bodily functions
if-
happened at
He
once.
just- he just, like,
He just gave up. He was saying a prayer. I'm coming, Lord.
if you were on a trail and you get encountered by a wildlife animal that you have to fight against,
Oh man.
what are you choosing?
I'm laying down and be like, I'm done.
There's got to be something you could fight back. Now, a wild animal. You're on a trail hiking. You encounter this wild animal, but you have to fight it because they're gonna charge.
Is it a chipmunk?
You think you could fight a chip? I mean, yeah. Is that a wild animal on a trail?
Flynn, we're talking about wild gorillas.
I think I could.
All the animals are wild.
I've heard brown bears are easy to, or not. Is it brown lay down, black fight back?
Grizzly, kiss your ass
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's really what it is. Yeah.
Of course, it'd be black fight.
No, I'm saying like that's the saying. Like,
That's what they say in these white families.
all right, no, that came off there, but that's the saying. It's like I've heard that saying. See, like I heard stories say
There's
about
some
people
bears like
fighting
if you
bears.
make noise and yell at
You
them,
should- if you
they
scare
take
them,
back
yeah,
off.
like
I think it's a black fight.
I think there's a Kodiaks
They're smaller.
up in Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. All right, well, that's what
I'm
I
just
would want to
talking- I'm just
encounter.
talking on my
I
ass.
would want to encounter that type of bear that you can easily
No,
scare.
if they had said grizzly bears, I might take the grizzly bears.
over the gorillas.
Oh, no, not over the gorillas. Over the what did I take? Crocodiles. Over the crocodiles.
Yeah, I don't get the
Stupid
crocodiles. I
crocodiles.
don't get the armor of the crocodile. If you could give me the crocodile skin on a gorilla, nothing's beating me.
Jesus.
Nothing's beating
Wait,
me.
the crocodile skin is
Yeah.
No
armor?
hybrids.
Yeah, it's kind of Godzilla, but not. But it's
Isn't Godzilla sort of a crocodile?
kind.
He's a lizard of some sort.
more,
King
of
of
a,
the
more of a
monsters.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
I thought he was a lizard.
Yeah.
Draft picks to the skills of
This is the world we live in. It's the world we live in.
All right, we're gonna close out on this one. Another interesting
Wait.
one. What? You got breaking news?
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
This
tell you?
day in 1969, Leonard Toast bought the NFL's Philadelphia Eagles for $16 million.
I saw you
I
didn't
had
come
to
in
pick
with
up-
your
remember it.
you didn't come in with your papers.
Yeah,
so
I
I
forgot
figured
to
did not
print
have
stuff
this
out.
day.
I had to-
Yeah, I forgot to print
fill in
stuff
for
out.
Deke.
Good filling. Good catch. Good
I
catch.
don't have an OG verse. I have
Thanks.
a question. Sorry.
All right. So there was a farmer had a
Oh,
dog,
that
and Bingo was his name.
Oh my gosh.
How do you spell it?
Bingo.
Is the farmer Bingo or is the dog Bingo?
Oh, because it says
Was a
and
farmer.
There was a
had a
farmer had a
dog.
dog, and Bingo was his name out.
I think it's implied that the dog's name is Bingo.
I hate this. Like, what are we doing here? How high are
That's
we?
my answer. That's my answer.
They've
Because
lied
the
to us forever.
That's
the
where I'm
name-
at.
the
This is
name-
deep state stuff.
the name
That's a dog.
If
the
it's not the
name-
dog, I don't want to know.
Oh, you know a farmer
The
Bingo?
name- yeah.
I don't
the name
know.
follows immediately after the dog. It's implied that the dog's name is Bingo.
I need to see the punctuation.
I would say it's the dog.
It's a comma.
Is there a comment?
There's got to be a music video to
There
this
is
that
gotta
shows
show.
the dog as Bingo.
That doesn't mean it's right.
I would
There
take
was a
that for
farmer had a dog, comma, and Bingo was his name.
boom.
There you go.
In the lyrics.
Problem solved.
And Bingo was his name.
Comma. Forgot the comma.
No,
Commas are
Bingo was
important.
his name.
Oh. So the farmer is Bingo.
No.
Did you think that
The
it was
dog.
the farmer, or you always thought it was the dog? Because that's
He saw this on social
She
media.
said,
yeah.
I
Every
thought it was-
sensible person would say it's the dog.
I thought it was the dog, but you know what? I've been lied to my whole life about some
I mean, we
things.
probably have, yeah, but like,
Not sensible.
well,
Just give it up.
it's up for debate. But
No, it's not up for the debate. The dog's name is Bingo.
oh, I thought you were talking about sensible.
Thank you, Heather.
Jim being sensible.
This is a slow off
It
season.
wasn't-
It is not
That's
a lot
a
of
problem.
trades.
Yeah. We got right through the animal fighting, so
Yeah.
I had to go.
Yeah.
I would say it's the dog. I never thought it would be the farmer.
Not even
Correct.
close.
So I don't want to know that it is the farmer now. So
It's the
don't tell
farmer.
me
It is the farmer.
Nah.
It is the farmer.
It is not.
Why
what?
would why
no,
would the
it's-
farmer be
Nate,
named
don't
Bingo?
don't go there.
Francis Lord, right. Read his book, Farmer Bingo.
Have you ever heard of a farmer, anyone named Bingo? No.
Have you ever heard of a dog named Bingo?
No. I've heard some crazy dog
I
names,
may have.
but not Bingo.
I may have over 61 years.
No, never Bingo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Married for half
I know. I
of it.
look like I'm 40 something.
According to Google AI, Bingo is the dog.
Google AI, I don't know what it's talking about.
I didn't get around. I caught that on camera.
All right. I think that's all I got then.
So hold on,
You
you
guys
guys can
good?
say the gorilla or the 100 men.
The gorilla.
Oh, grill.
gorilla.
The gorilla.
Man,
I think it's a
Grill
consensus.
is easy there. I don't.
Yeah,
that
it's a
wasn't
consensus.
yeah.
100 men easily.
No.
Except for the weird kid in the corner.
100 Brock Lesnar.
100 Brock. You want
I
to
thought
touch
you
on
said
WrestleMania?
Barack
We didn't have any
Obama.
WrestleMania talk before or after.
I didn't watch the second night.
You see what
Good.
Flan said?
Geek main event.
What Flan said. I'm
It's
not
a
seeing
true
the
story
comments.
based on Bingo's berry farm in Northeast.
Exactly. The farmer is Bingo. You've all been lied to. Welcome to
Does
the
that
world.
mean that
Uh,
song is originated in Northeast Philly?
Yeah, it's like the Matrix.
So wait, that song is about Northeast Philly, a farm in Northeast Philly, though,
Yes,
according to AB.
absolutely. That's 100% true.
That's cool.
It's 100%
You
true.
got a whole old tale.
All those Northeast Philly farms.
That's cool. I mean, there was a lot of farmland here.
There was. This was all farmland.
All right.
Just
Rest-
to let you know.
WrestleMania thoughts?
Who won?
John Cena, the new champ.
Cena is the new WWE champ.
Geek's coming for
Is
the
there a whole
title.
storyline with that, or is it just
There is.
He's coming for it. He's doing the Aaron Rodgers.
this
Elijah.
double check?
You like Cena winning? Nah.
Now,
Nah.
Who
I'm
was,
with- I'm with you.
Wasn't there a bunch of title switches?
Yeah.
It was the first night. There's a lot. It's like a bunch.
Everybody changed with two, I think, right?
Yeah.
Like a couple tag teams, maybe?
What's Mysterio's kid's Dominic? He won,
Yeah.
and people were like pissed about that or happy.
They're happy.
I thought he sucked.
Yeah, but people kind of like
I
him.
thought he was a bad guy.
Yeah, he's kind of
Yeah,
like
but they like him.
You know who
Goofy
is,
bad
you
guy.
know who's like exciting to watch, but doesn't really. I don't think he has a big following. One of the wrestlers with the mask.
Grande
Penta?
Americana.
The other guy. Not-
Grando Americana.
Grande Americana.
No, the other guy that he fought,
Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix. That dude is exciting. He was high flying up on them ropes. He was pretty good.
Good. We got some wrestling talk
Yeah,
in.
just saying.
We skipped right over the Sixers and the Flyers, so that's fine
There's
with me.
nothing to talk about with them.
Fart and Phil.
we didn't really talk about them either.
Phillies, they're losing right now, 3-1.
Nice.
Yeah, they're better than 500 ball, but look, this is
too
what the
early.
Phillies are, right?
Yeah.
This is what they've
Yeah.
done year after year.
They have
Up
to
and
make
down, up and
moves.
down.
I think people need to start realizing that this is a team that hasn't made any significant moves in 3 years.
Trey Turner just made a horrible defensive mistake, apparently.
Good.
Not sure
They
what
they
he did.
need to make moves specifically for the bullpen,
Well, they will.
whether
at the
it's
deadline.
internal or they
The-
make a
the
trade.
deadline.
gotta make
they're gonna
moves.
they're gonna make moves at the deadline.
They
Well, I
need-
think Rangers going to go to the bullpen.
I think Dombrowski also knows his job's on the line unless he doesn't make
Yeah.
make moves.
Do they need a real bat? Because none of these guys can hit consistently.
Schwarber's been pretty good.
Schwarber, but he hits home runs.
Yeah, but
There's no small ball with this
Every-
team. No
every
small
guy's
ball.
average
He
is down.
he had a pretty good average last year.
but every guy's average is down right now from last year, I think.
Except
And it's
Yohan Rojas.
Rojas, yeah. I mean, yeah, they need to make some sort of move. Get an everyday left fielder. Get maybe another third baseman or a guy that can light more fire under Bohm's ass. A bullpen.
that's what I'm
arm
saying,
or
like,
two
you
or
can't
three.
beat that feeling.
And a
I
closer.
think Rangers going to go
Like
to the bullpen.
Alvarado. Can be a closer, but I don't think he's in like every
Shut
setup.
down.
Yeah, closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not getting 52 saves.
No.
Like seriously,
No.
like they were that.
All right. I think we covered it all.
Oh, you
Yep.
got the Kentucky Derby Saturday.
The Derby, I don't even know who's running,
I
but
don't
the
know
Derby
any
is
of the
Saturday.
horses.
I don't know any of the horses.
I'll pick one
I'm
Saturday.
going to go
though.
with number 7. Number
Sounds-
7 to win.
Sounds good. Did she just ask Smarty?
She asked if Smarty Jones was still alive.
He's not alive, but he's definitely not racing anymore.
He's living a happy life though in pasture.
I'm gonna go with a horse. Are we picking horses?
Sure.
Give me the 3 horse.
DJ's going 3. It's
Uh,
a good number.
3, yeah. I like 3.
I'm
3
gonna
and
go-
7 are my
I'm going to
numbers.
go 8.
There's 20. I know there's 20 horses. Now, a few
Yeah,
of them
until
will,
they scratch.
yeah, a few of them will get scratched, but I know they have 20.
All right, so I say we put in a trifecta box 738.
Sounds good to me.
That's a money. That's a money maker right there.
We'll play it.
We'll all split our millions. I'll buy my shore house next to yours. You know,
I'll buy a horse if we win.
my mom's ex-boss just bought a horse.
Really?
We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah. It would be cool to have a horse that could race. That'd be sick.
And if you could go right to parks and
Yeah,
watch
that'd be
horse.
awesome. It's a different class of people, though. I don't know if I'd fit in.
Jason Worth did it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
All right. Draft recap. You gonna say something? Okay. No. All right. Draft
Nope.
recap's done. Still a little bit of free agency. Maybe the Eagles make a move here or there. Who knows what Howie's doing? Dallas is still out there. There's still some veterans. Maybe. Next big thing: schedule release.
Yep.
Schedule release is coming in 2 weeks.
Will say though that announcement of the schedule release announcement during the draft was the dumbest announcement in all of announcements.
I don't remember it.
They made an announcement on the first night, halfway through the draft. We got a big announcement coming up
That's
about
Yeah.
right.
Colleen
About
came
the
out, right?
schedule.
Right.
and
Yeah.
everyone's
yeah.
thinking, oh, they're actually going to announce a game or two. No, we're just announcing when the date is going to
Yeah.
be. It's like that was the dumbest.
That was
thing.
Colleen Wolf and the other
Yeah.
chick,
It
right?
was the
I mean,
dumbest thing they did.
this is what the NFL does.
Yeah. String along.
Yeah.
Flagg's trying to bring up another topic right before we cover. We should head out, but we're not bringing that topic up.
No, we're not bringing that topic up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us again on another episode here of the Sit in the Boot First podcast. Summer's coming up. We got real baseball coming in July. More Birds talk. No Sixers. No Fly. Oh, that's what I wanted. Our buddy Chef Tim. Sorry at the end of the show.
Oh, that's right.
Chef Tim. We'll shout him out next time. Chef Tim,
Oh,
Wrote a book.
Yeah.
the kitchen,
Pretty cool.
the
Cookbook.
cookbook. I have it. I think it was up on the screen here.
It might have been.
Wrote a cookbook, a recipe for every team in the NFL.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool.
So we're gonna try to get Tim in here, hook up with our buddy.
No, we're not going to try.
We can't.
We're going to
We're
get
gonna make it
Tim
happen.
in
We're
here.
gonna make it happen. Have our buddy. He's
Chef Tim
he's
will be-
teaching. He's got to be out of school.
There it
We
is,
got
there it
there.
is.
All right.
Kickoff kitchen. There we go.
Yeah.
Chef Tim used to cook for the Eagles. We're gonna bring him in here, and we're gonna talk some food. And have a good time.
Yep.
All right. Until next time, be excellent to each other.